Hello and a warm welcome to another episode on Inside Out. Today we can talk about the under 19 team who has done really well beating the Bangladesh. When I say Bangladesh, they are the reigning world champions, which they won the last World Cup in South Africa 2020, beating the mighty Indians. To talk about the under 19 setup, how did they go in the Bangladesh tour, and the plans for the future, I'm joined by one of the leading coaches, recognized coaches, I should say, in Sri Lanka, former player Avishka Gunawardene. Ava, good to talk to you. Just to start with, would you like to tell us what were the process behind selecting this squad, as well as the performance of the team, as well as going forward? What are the plans going to be?
Initially, they had a 75-member squad playing a provincial tournament, and then out of which 26 members squad was picked, and that's when I came into the picture and I took over, and from that we picked a 20 for the Bangladesh tour. That's how it all started.
And about the performance of the team, I understand there was, not much school cricket happening. They were picked to the 75 squad straight away, and I'm pretty sure the provincial tournament would have helped recognizing talent. And the challenges wise, I understand Sri Lanka has gone through a lot. Would you like to add more when it comes to these players, the hard work they put in?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't played cricket for, if I can recall, at least for 18 months, proper cricket. I don't think they have played international cricket for about almost 2 years or more than 2 years. So it was a challenge, and we started off with a 4-week campaign, a bubble. We went into a bubble and we had a training camp of 4 weeks, and then we broke away for a week, and then we regrouped for the Bangladeshi tour. And I think those 4 weeks being in a bubble together helped me, from my side, helped me recognize and realize the players' backgrounds and what they are capable of, how they are, what their mindset is, and also from a player's point of view, I think they got to know each other pretty well, and I think this is the good side of a bubble. I mean, you are just confined to only your people, only you can associate the people in the bubble. So therefore, I think they got to know, they got on well, they got to know each other, and they really gelled as a team in that 4 weeks period of time, which made my job easier when it came to the tour. Guys have already been together, and they had their understanding, especially on the field, off the field.
Yeah, definitely, bubble life can be tough, but in these situations, it's much more appealing to have all the players together. Just to say some names regarding the players who have done really well. Ava, Siobhan Daniel, Chamindra Vikram Singh, Pavan Patiraja, Dunit Vella, like the captain, the leading highest wicket take, as well as Siobhan Daniel, the highest run scorer. Matisha Patirana having some experience playing in the big leagues. Ravin De Silva, Trevin Matthew, Vinija Rampal. These are the names I could come up with. Anything else would you like to add on, Avishka, when it comes to the under-19 performances?
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, the most encouraging thing I would say, if I put down, is they're playing as a unit, they're enjoying themselves in the middle as a unit, and the most encouraging thing is they have that never giving up attitude, which I saw especially in the last game when we went into in the last few overs up to the 45th or 46th game. It was Bangladesh under 19 boys all the way. But they still didn't give up. They had that fighting spirit in them. So I think the most encouraging thing is that as a unit, they're enjoying themselves together, they're playing together, and they have that never giving up attitude. Of course, individual wise, it's nice to see a match winner in every game. We didn't have a single player, giving outstanding performances throughout the series. But yes, Siobhan chipped in one game, he won the game for us. Chamindu chipped in the last game, he won the game for us. Ravin De Silva, when the chips were down, came and got a brilliant 80 and won the game for us. And those were one or two individual performances that stood out in every game, which gives me more options, which make me realize that there are not only one or two, there are few match winners, few more than I thought who could win a match for you. But having said that, there are few one percenters that always goes unnoticed, which contributes towards the game. I mean, in the second game there was only 2 runs to win, and then there was an accurate throw to the stumps by Pawan Patiraja which won the game. And like someone like Siobhan Daniels, as a part-time bowler, sometimes you need 2-3 overs to make up. He'll come and give you 2-3 overs for a very little number of runs, which adds up. So we have taken 5 runouts in the series, and I think we took at least 3 or 4 brilliant catches, half chances. So these are little one percenters as a team, which adds to the result of the game, result of the series at the end of the day. So I think I'm quite happy. Yes, there were good individual performers, but I think it's on the whole it's a great team effort.
You just mentioned most of the things. I mean, is that one reason Sri Lanka won most of the tight games when it comes to the some situations?
Yeah, I think it's that. It's because there were little contributions here and there which made the difference. And the most pleasing thing is, the biggest challenge for me was, we had, I think, out of the 20 members squad, we had 14 or 15 debutants who were playing, and I managed to get 19 out of 20 boys involved in all 5 games. The biggest challenge for me was having a look at them in the middle, what they're capable of. So I think all in all, I think the boys stood up for expectations. Few loose ends to tie up, and we should do that in the next series.
Yes, Avishka, you're talking about the coach, the players side of it. I just want to mention to our viewers the coaching team, what our head coach Avishka Gunawardene had: Upul Chandana, Sachit Patirana, Chamila Gamage, 3 of the bigger names when it comes to the coaches in Sri Lanka cricket, as well as the manager, Mahinda Halangoda. These are the people behind the success as well. And our going forward, I understand there's an England tour coming up, 5 one-days in Sri Lanka, then the World Cup. The preparation wise, what is going to be up forward with a bit of a break, I believe, at the moment, and then starting another bubble and leading up to the World Cup, and then what's forward for these boys?
Yeah, since you mentioned the support staff's names, yes, they should be given a pat on the back. They did quite a fantastic job behind the curtains. Moving ahead, I have asked the boys to go and play the club tournament, which is started already, because I feel they need more match practices than practices in the nets, because I think you learn more by spending time in the middle rather than spending time at the nets. So I've told them, we took a collective decision to release all the boys, basically all the 26, including there are another 4 or 5 guys we are having a look at outside the 26 also. All those guys to go and play for their relevant clubs, and the guys who didn't sign up for clubs, we've spoken to SLC, and we have asked them to allocate them, to speak to the clubs and allocate them. And it's a wait and see thing for the next 10 or 12 days, and to see how they go in the club season, and then obviously move into a bubble again towards the 3rd week of November for the English series.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea, Ava. I mean, especially with the under-19 boys mixing up with the senior cricketers, playing club tournament, going to the England tour. I'm pretty sure the experience will be invaluable. As always, just final question on the under-19s. Ava, you and the coaching team, anything different you want to bring into this team, or you just want to continue? What I'm asking is, there's a lot of cricket coming in. I understand bubble is going to be hard, tough. But going forward, any other plans that you have in mind for these youngsters?
Yeah, of course. I mean, every day it's a new challenge, and I push the boys to their limits, because I know they're capable of doing it, and they're quite happy to work hard and push themselves, which I'm really glad. Actually, my first challenge in this series was, I wasn't really worried about the results. In the Bangladesh series, we want to get the proper combinations right. We want to try out few combinations. Yes, results do matter. Whatever the combination is, we play to win. But of course, the main idea of the Bangladesh series was to try out combinations and to see what the boys are capable of, and of course getting to know their game and getting to know their backgrounds and what they are capable of, which we have seen, and which I'm quite pleased about. Now it's tidying up the loose ends in the next series. and settling down to maybe one or two combinations, having another option or two on back of the mind, but settling down to one or two combinations and just tying up the loose ends in this series. And then next is Asia Cup, and from there to the World Cup. So hopefully we can tie up those loose ends. The little bit of one percenters that I thought that we fell behind, if we can get those things sorted in this upcoming English series, I think we should be able to peak at the right time when we go to the World Cup.
We certainly hope so. It's a good headache always to have for the selectors as well as the coaches to have more options. I'm pretty sure the youngsters coming through in this setup will give a run for their money. That's it from Avishka and myself. Like to wish Avishka and the under 19 team all the very best. I mean, there's plenty of cricket coming in. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully, we will talk to you again. Right, that's it from me, Farviz Maruf on Inside Out. And just to remember to always use the hashtag roaring for glory whenever you tweet, when you post on Insta, as well as post on FB. It's me, Farviz Maruf, signing off.